All right, let's just get straight into it. Newcastle 2, Liverpool 2. First game of the season for both teams. First game for Iraola, first game for Newcastle's new manager. Um, Same old Liverpool, man. Like, I don't even know how long I'm going to last this season, to be honest with you, if it continues like this anyway. Yeah, Liverpool were poor. They were poor, man. Like I was expecting something different. Like for first game of the season, because I hadn't seen anything really during preseason. I heard everyone getting gassed about the preseason and stuff. I thought, you know what, maybe first game of the season, I'm gonna see intensity. I'm gonna see football. I'm gonna see close to what Iraola is obviously looking for, and then you can see, okay, maybe this personnel and that personnel and etc. etc. I didn't really see anything. I'll be so honest with you. Like it literally reminded me of a game of last season. Any game you want to pick, doesn't matter. A game against Newcastle, game against Villa, game against Brentford, game against Forest, game against Leeds, game against all the same. It did not look like we had changed any manager whatsoever, whatsoever. And I think I'm pretty sure I read that Newcastle outran Liverpool. Like I said, same old Liverpool. They had 27 shots, same old Liverpool, 7 on target, 36 touches in the opposition box. I think it was by the 51st minute. I'm sure I wrote it down, but by the 51st minute, Isaka only had 2 touches in the opposition box. Call it whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. Yeah, it was bad, man. It was really, really bad. From a Liverpool POV, if I'm being. And yeah, it's just frustrating. It's just really frustrating. It's just boring. It's just boring. I thought it was going to be a little bit different, man. I thought, okay, yeah, like it's a new season. And this is what happens. You get tired of these players. You just get tired of watching these players, the same players over and over and over again, kind of thing. It's just so boring, bro. Fucking hell. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. All right. Obviously, other than I think Jackie and Gravenberg, I think, because I had Trey and I had Araujo in there. The team is this team I thought he was going to play anyway, so no biggie. Newcastle's team, same kind of formation. All right, let's get to the actual nitty gritty of what I wanted to talk about. So everybody kept talking about during the game that Liverpool, we need a DM, we need a DM, and obviously throughout the game, everyone's saying, "Oh, because Gravenberch and Szoboszlai, they're not, none of them are defensive minded, right?" And that is, would I say, somewhat true, right? Although disagree, I guarantee if you put them in another team, they probably would just work with what they tried to do, right? But anyways, regardless, in Liverpool's team, none of them are really that defensive minded, right? And Liverpool don't really have that kind of player other than like Endo in the team. Johan Visser, and I'm going to highlight him here, right? Johan Visser. I'm going to highlight Florian Wirtz. Look at Johan Visser's average positioning. Look at Florian Wirtz's average position. Johan Visser is everywhere but maybe left back, we'll say, right? Florian Wirtz, kind of everywhere except DM and centre back, right? Those are the 2 areas of the pitch. Guess what? That Liverpool obviously are having massive issues with. I'm not blaming totally him. I'm really, really not, because ultimately, just like I keep saying, it's a structural issue. It is not necessarily, now, obviously, it can be a personnel issue, but you don't have a structure for it to be a personnel issue. That's my issue, right? You don't even have a structure in place for me to even be like, oh, but he's not doing that. He's not doing. That's why I don't really judge the team on like tactics or anything. I'm just judging them on just how they play. Maybe like whether that's right or wrong, I don't really know. But like I'm just judging on just what they are doing on the pitch, to affect the game in whatever kind of way, whether it's a defender making the right tackles, positioning himself in the correct positions, blah blah blah. Fullbacks, doing what they need, what I think they need to kind of do. Midfield, I'm looking more for like cohesion, in that middle of the park. Are they all working as a unit, or are they kind of just working by themselves? Like all these kind of little various different things, right? And that's kind of how I'm looking at it with Liverpool. Whereas Newcastle, they had, was it Lewis Miley? They've got Stur, the new signing, I believe, in the middle of the park as well. And Johan Visser, they were working as a unit. When if Osula obviously goes to press whoever, whether it be Allison or whether it be Van Dijk or whoever, right? Visser, he's positioning himself in the right kind of areas. Lewis Miley's then doing the same thing. And then what then happens is you've got Dedic, you've got Lewis Hall on the other side. They then position themselves in the right position. With Liverpool, it doesn't work like that at all. It really doesn't. You've got one, potentially two guys, right, who are very laser focused on, okay, I just need to make sure I'm closing down and I'm doing my job. What about the third player? What about the fourth player? What about the guy on the inside? What about the guy on the outside? What's the centre back doing? What's the guy on the far side where the ball is not on that side? What's he doing? That's my issue with Liverpool. Forget the personnel. We can call them shit, we can call them great, but it doesn't even, because Isak looks shit. Yeah, and I like Isak. Do you get? I like Szoboszlai, but he's just looking just all over the gaff. That like it just not making sense. And then this is why I'm not bogged down on the personnel. Hence why I'm not really championing, a player specifically. Where I'm like, oh, well, this is like Rodri, but then even a Rodri, a Vitinha, a Pedri, Declan Rice, these kind of players, they wouldn't work in this team. Declan Rice looks as amazing as he does in Arsenal's team because they've got one of the best structures in Europe. Liverpool are not even close to having the best in the top 10 in the Premier League. A league that has Villa, Brentford, Brighton, and them, man. They don't even have that in their own league. So they're going to continue they're going to have good games. Going forward, yeah, get goals, and that's just Liverpool. That is just Liverpool, like in general. They've always, when we had David Ngog and Voronin and Andy Carroll, they were doing the same things. They were still scoring goals. They were still having exciting games and things like that. But defensively, you can see this isn't a real good team. This isn't a top team in that kind of sense. And that's all I saw today. That is literally all I saw today was just, yeah, you guys don't look serious at all, bro. Like you just, everything is just, and obviously I'm highlighting Florian Wirtz and thing, but I could highlight any of the other players, to be honest with you. Like I could highlight Dominik Szoboszlai, like at times, think Gravenberch at times, sometimes it's like, I think you just be a bit smart. Can you just be a bit smarter with what you guys are doing? All of you, that midfield, to me, it just stinks. And this is why I don't want to have a number 10. I don't want a 10 in the team. I want them to just have the 3 in midfield, unless you shunt Wirtz out to left wing and you get someone else, kind of a different kind of player in. But then you're going to need smarter fullbacks because Dumb and Dumber are moving mad. Yeah, and they've always been moving mad. You've got one cracker on one side and then you've got whoever on the other side. Virgil, can you command a bit better? Yeah. Liverpool, they're, like I said, they're just funny, man. Liverpool are so funny. So funny. Like nothing ever changes with this team. It's always the same old bullshit that we see every single time. And then everyone gets gassed. Oh my God, like, yeah, we got this and we got, oh, shut up, man. Fucking hell. It's actually annoying me now for even thinking about it is even annoying. Even listening to some of you content creators, yeah. People are streaming sometimes, but I beg you lot, shut up, man. Because some of the things you people say is just crazy. It is just crazy, man. I was doing the scores, my ratings at the, like during the game, right? Like as the game was going on, and obviously once certain players were coming off, I was like, okay, I can give this guy a score, I can give this guy a score. So these are the kind of scores that I kind of got. I don't know if I'd change much. Start off with Ali. I was just trying to think, Ali, communication maybe with Xhaka and Virgil. For the first goal, not to say that he should have saved or anything like that, not at all. Just yeah, I don't know. It looked weird. It just looked weird. Is what I'll say. 5 maybe. Yeah, it was just average. Like outside of that though, like it was just average. Didn't do anything great. Didn't do anything like super shit or anything like that. Frimpong. I say 2. I can give a 1 if that makes people feel better, but yeah, we'll do 1. We'll do 1. We'll do a 1, mate. We'll do a 1. Perkez, yeah, you're definitely getting a 1 as well, my boy. I don't know why I get 2. Crazy. Virgil, yeah, Virgil's such a weird player, man. Such a weird guy. Yeah, 4, because maybe you're just that much bit better than Xhaka. Xhaka was getting spun at times. It was crazy. But then he had like little moments. I remember he did a little pirouette thing in the game. I'll stick with 3. Gravenberch, that it ends. Ends. Yeah. It's gonna be an interesting season, man. So Szoboszlai, it's kind of the same actually as thing, but then he got the goal. So we'll give him 2.5. I'll give him 2.5. Rio was dead. He was so rubbish. It was mad. Now we're gonna have to give Rio a 1. Sorry, bro. Like it actually pains me to give you that. To be fair, like on a level, because I'm like I like you. I actually like you still. But she was food, my guy. Gakpo. I thought Gakpo again. Gakpo was like what did I give? Because Gakpo was exactly like Allison. I just felt like they were just average. You know what I'm saying? Like they played like their normal way, if that kind of makes sense. Like this is just his game kind of thing. But it just happened to be better than everyone else's, I'll be honest with you. Thought it was probably Liverpool's best player. Yeah, probably Liverpool's best player. Isak, like I said, the 51st minute, he'd only had 2 touches. This guy was so anonymous. It was ridiculous, bro. All that blinking ain't helping you, my guy. Verts, now we've got Verts a 1. Yeah, I'm kind of happy with that. Gravenberch, leaning more to 1, you know. Leaning more to 1. Yeah, we're gonna give you a 1. I'm gonna give you a 1er, mate. A 1er. Yeah, other than that, yeah, I think I'm kind of happy with that actually. Now look at it again. Yeah. Liverpool shit. That's kind of the main thing. Liverpool are absolutely rubbish. Like I said, same old, man. Same old. There was nothing different about that game than that, like to what I've seen before from Liverpool, you know, in previous seasons and stuff like that. So people keep saying, yeah, we need a defensive midfield. Bro, you need a structure. You get a structure, the personnel will come after. You don't get personnel and then build the structure. That don't make no sense, because the reality is that personnel still trying to figure out get the structure sorted. What do you want to do? How do you want your defenders to defend? How do you want your midfielders to defend out of possession? How do you want your team to attack? Sort that out first. When you sort that out, then we can start talking about, when we get Barcola and when you get Mbai and it's like, it's gonna look scary. Like you see, it's scary. It's scary. Shut up, man. Fucking hell, man. It's so jarring listening to people speak sometimes about these kind of things, because I'm just like, no, it's not. You've just watched that game. Tell me what was scary. Go on, what was scary? Rio on the right. You like that scared you. You think that Newcastle were scared of Rio on the right. Verts, you think people were scared of Florian Verts, the same Donny that we paid 116 million, the same amount that we're all laughing at Elliot Anderson for his shit performance. you think people were scared? I guarantee they were probably more scared of Gakpo, and they knew what he was going to do. They knew what he was going to do. The rest of them, like I said, you got dumb and dumber on the fullback areas. Yeah. Just leave your thoughts, man, in the comment section, man. Leave your thoughts, leave your anger, all of that. Leave all of that in the comment section, man. I would love to hear what people say. And like I said, I might take another look at the game, like little bits I can pick out from the game and stuff like that to talk about. But yeah, like I say, same old Liverpool, rubbish.